between the Los Angeles Rams and the Chicago Bears. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. They'll run on first down. Peyton. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Hey, defense, let's go. Check. Slam.
On second down now, Peyton, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Let's see what you got. Mike 50. Push him back.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Wilson with a first down carry. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It'll be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Looked like man coverage, able to read it there on the outside for the completion. That'll be something to track as the game goes along here.
It certainly will, and there's so many different ways that they will try to figure out whether they're in man or zone. Sometimes you'll run a guy in motion to see if someone runs with him. Other times you'll empty out the backfield, spread it out, and see if everyone comes out and matches up. In any event, anytime you see man coverage, you tell your guys you got to win those matchups, because if you do, you'll get the football and probably for a nice game.
On second down, Peyton. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Back. Watch the twist.
He'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
And And his kick is indeed good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first.
It'll continue to be interesting in these wet conditions how these kickers fare, but first test, passed.
And how about how the special teams unit handled that? A lot of concentration to make sure the ball didn't slip through his fingers. After the snap, got it down and let him pop it through the posts.
Come on, set. 8, read. We ain't giving him nothing. Kill. Check. Check three. See it. 58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
And the Rams first down.
H3-2-18. Chopper. Quarterback D-line. Get that quarterback D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Wow. Check your hot read. Check hard.
Gurley again here on first down. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They try right side here, Gurley. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll set up a throw. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. A good game there on first down. That run will get them 7 up to the 32-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second and 3. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 42 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Wilson. And they'll work make it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. They set up the screen to Peyton. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season as the Bears push further out in front. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They'll get this one to Cup, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
To throw here on 2nd and 10. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Scene 6. 58, boy. 58. Ready to go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Ready.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0, our score.
Go ahead, take a seat. You can't stop me.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Come on, baby, come on, let's go. Hey, check it out.
Looking to throw. Going up top for Miller. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. Third down now. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Mike 50, Mike 50. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike. Hustle. Know your job. Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50. Pick it up.
Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded at the 33. Now a hit and a loose football. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
On the set. 458's the mic. Hey. Check three. Lock it. Set, go.
Now it's Gurley. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run. It's Gurley. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. They'll set up to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
First down, Rams.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A quick throw out wide to Fuller. A gain of 6 there on first.
Let's go.
2nd and 4. That is caught inside the 5.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Set.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Back to throw now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald with a sack. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll throw now on the final play. Now they go screen. It's complete. Evades the tackler, and now some space. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Watch the curl. Watch the curls. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you to school. Smoke.
Now back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. On the return is Cohen. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 35-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. They'll keep it on the ground. Peyton. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Under 10, you're out. 10. Check 52. Ready, go.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
General, West. Mike 58, right there. I'm trying to collect. Check 31, check 31. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. And go.
Gurley. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
Ready up. 58, come on. Exit, squeeze.
And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
39 yards there, a big one. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run. Here's Wilson. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Alert 3. Go. Check your motion. Check the call.
to throw now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Hey, 50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Check safety. 64, wait.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Bears on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and forever.
Mike's 50.
He'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
The field position game often so overlooked, but this offense is going to be backed up deep. What an ideal punt.
And now, this stage of the game, when they need the drive to try and put themselves in a position to win it, you talk about going the long field, the very long field. This could be a 99-yard drive if they're able to accomplish it.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Chad Hunt. Chad Lobo. 58 right there. 564. Weak.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that one's complete to Gurley. And they're going to get the first out here as he's up to the 14. 8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Got a man complete. It's Fuller again. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Back to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They run. Robinson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he will be stopped here for no gain, and then it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
Check, lucky.
And to give this time to the tailback. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On 2nd down now, it's Robinson. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there, 7 yards. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And now they're going to go for 2 and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult. They'll try and run it in.
I know we have individual minds, but I think we're thinking as 1 on this one, and 1 was the number, wasn't it?
Yeah, kick the extra point. Now you need a miracle. You need an onside kick quickly and to do something spectacular.
I mean, going for 2 there, either they felt like this is all we've got left, we've got to win it right now, or they've got some incredible miracle special teams play to get the ball back and give them one last chance.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He's back to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for Brandon Cooks. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game, What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for the Bears,